to start learning Russian. Tips from a teacher. Hello, my name is Irina. I am a teacher of Russian as a foreign language. On this channel, I will tell you about how to learn Russian. I will record small Russian lessons for you, and I will tell you about something more interesting. For example, about Russia, Russian people, Russian culture, and so on. Follow for more. So, how to start learning Russian? If you want to learn Russian effectively and confidently, the only advice I could give you is to find a teacher of Russian as a foreign language. For example, like me. Why is this so important? Because in that case, you don't need to know how to start, what to do, what kind of books to look for, how much time to spend with Russian, and etc. Any professional teacher knows everything perfectly. He or she will design an individual Russian language program for you based on your background, goals, interests, and desires, of course. If you find a professional teacher, you don't need to think about the organization of the Russian language learning process. The teacher will organize everything by himself. You only have to put your effort into learning and enjoy that. I think that enjoyment is a really important thing. It was about a teacher. And what about self-learning Russian? I have some tips for you. The first tip. Find a Russian self-teaching book where pronunciation rules, reading rules, grammar rules are explained in your native language or in any other language you speak, for example, English. The self-teaching book should also have different texts in Russian, grammar exercises, and keys for checking yourself. Study the material gradually. The second tip. Start reading some study materials, for example, books presenting small texts with simple Russian grammar. I have the books like that. I'll show you this a bit later. Usually, these are dialogues that show different situations of real communication in a Russian environment. That's the reason why these texts are very useful and they are written with humor. The third tip. When the basic Russian grammar and about 500, 600, 700 words will be learned by you, I recommend you to start reading books or articles and any other materials with a content interesting specifically for you. Try to choose books matching your language level. It helps you to expand your vocabulary. Additionally, you should start listening to audio recordings in Russian, watching videos in Russian, listening to the Russian language in different ways. At first, it will be difficult and you will not understand much Russian speech, but it's important to do that. To get used to the sound of Russian, getting used to listening is an important skill for learning the whole language. And the last tip for you, don't be afraid to start learning Russian. Maybe it will be one of the most interesting roads in your life. Thank you for watching, like and subscribe.